So Prime Minister Andrew Holness has announced tighter curfew hours for the Christmas season to curtail the spread of the coronavirus. But how will that affect micro, small and medium enterprises? The hours right now is 5 to 9. Starting December 1, it goes 5 to 10. And Christmas Day and New Year's Eve is 5 to 7. With us now is the president of the MSME Alliance, Mr. Donovan Wignall, and just talk to us about his thoughts on what the Prime Minister said. Morning, sir. Welcome to Smile Jamaica. It's morning time.
Hi, good morning, everyone.
I hope all is well, sir.
Well, most things are.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on what the Prime Minister has said? I know it's going to be tough for everyone, but what are your thoughts on the starting December 1 until January 15, I think the Prime Minister said. What are your thoughts?
Well, it has been over the last couple of months, especially those in the entertainment sector, where their events have pretty much dwindled to zero, and limited to online parties, which, of course, the limitations of that. So the hours, as announced by the Prime Minister, would have reflected a 1 hour extension on the 9 p.m. curfew that is currently in effect. The additional 1 hour of operating time will probably give about 10% additional revenue to the businesses involved. I know a lot of us, a lot of people in my sector, were looking for the bonus that would have been got on Grand Market Night, which is Christmas Eve, when generally all businesses open up to 12 midnight and thereafter. However, the hours as announced by the Prime Minister, it is better than the 9, but not exactly what we asked for. We're looking forward to up to 11 based on the meeting that we had. But it's just, we just have to take what we get at this point. It's a compromise. People generally know, and I'm speaking to not just the vendors and the public at large, need to know, shop a little earlier. Don't shop any less, but shop a little earlier. And of course, the attempt is being made to prevent the super spreading of the coronavirus during the very busy shopping period of Christmas. So we still have to exercise restraint and responsibility by wearing our masks and practicing the instated social distancing protocols.
Yeah.
So we have to sanitize. So all those business places would have to have the alcohol or the sanitizers at the door and insist that no mask, no entry be the policy, which should be in effect.
Donovan, one of the things that's happened since COVID is that many businesses have started operating online. And when I say online, some have gone to WhatsApp if you don't have a website, Instagram, right, and other social media platforms. How effectively have our small businesses been able to transfer their business online as less and less people wanted to do the face-to-face?
Well, Daily, I'm very happy you asked that question, because a lot of the ladies in particular have started businesses. A lot of people would have gotten less pay because of less working hours. People are on furlough. People are, on week on, week off because their businesses have experienced reduction in revenue. But the employees of companies have pivoted to online businesses, a lot of them selling makeup, a lot of them selling clothes. So you would have seen a proliferation of online stores selling from a pin to an anchor, from masks to sanitizers to clothes to lipstick to makeup. I cleared a shipment yesterday with paraphernalia for the manufacturing of makeup. While I know the Bureau of Standards might have some concerns with local small manufacturing, I think it's very innovative on the part of the people who are doing this.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, the online store, but even the regular big retail outlets have now pivoted to online selling. So the brick and mortar, not that it's going out, not that it's obsolete, but complementing or supplementing what they have lost because people cannot enter their establishments. They have gone now to online providers of that service where they're doing a bustling business online now, which is good. The bearer services, which are used to deliver the stuff which are purchased online, you have seen a whole heap of small beer courier companies, local courier companies, they call them,
Right.
which have set provide that last mile delivery for the stuff which are purchased online. And of course, international e-commerce couriers, which provides the logistics services to take your products from abroad to Jamaica to your door. You would have seen a lot of those set up as well. So yes, a lot of businesses, startups and regular businesses have pivoted to online marketing and online purveying of goods.
Yep. Donovan, you said you had a meeting, I suspect, with either the Prime Minister's representatives or the Prime Minister. So I suspect you would have taken your members' word to him. What are the members saying? You've already said it, that it's a compromise, but what are your members saying about the curfew hours? How badly affected do they think they will be?
Well, let's do, there are two major sectors, the retail and entertainment. The retail folks would have loved to see to see longer hours of trading. And of course, this would affect the community establishment. So, and I see you put up a picture of the market there.
Yeah.
Generally for now, the market district downtown and all over the country, the market districts would have closed down from, say, for example, 6 o'clock and so on. So that is not affected so much. Community establishments like the bars and the community retail stores, food stores, cook shops, the jerk chicken man, the person that sells, the little wares in the community, those would have been affected greatly because in some areas there are more enforcement of the curfew hours than others. And of course, enforcement is needed, but they would have suffered a little more. So they were asking for additional hours. And of course, there was the appeal for a regular Grand Market night to be kept. But of course, understanding what happens on Grand Market night, after the stores close at about 10 o'clock, then it's one big party. And I think in his wisdom and of course through advice, the Prime Minister says, okay, up to 10 o'clock, I think is fine. After that, everybody should be inside their houses. People in my sector, they have not totally satisfied, but they're not totally unhappy as well because the extended hours does provide them with some leeway in selling their wares. So, it's a good compromise.
All right. Always good to see you, sir. Have a great holiday with you and your family and stay safe. All right?
I see you on yours, Netherlands Daily.
Yeah, man.
All right,
Thanks
thank you
much.
so much. Donovan Wignall, the president of the MSME Alliance.
Before we move on, the new, I don't know if it's new, but I think the numbers are no more than 15. Mm-hmm. And apparently you can't have more than 15 in your house also now? Is that?
Apparently, I think that's what they're...
That starts December 1 also? Was it always like that? That it's just 15 you must have in and out?
I don't think at any point before this there was a restriction on in.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a restriction on in, but I think because Christmas people would be inviting people over for dinner and parties, they probably felt the need to say, well, listen, even inside now we have to be careful.
All right, the launch of the National Child Helpline, so important. Stay with us. Daly has that interview when we come back.